Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Um, Let me introduce myself. My name is Zahira Salwadayana from Class D with NIM 2350191155 with lecturer Miss Aseptiana Parmawati SPD MTPD. Here I present the PowerPoint that I have made about English assignment about pharmaceutical industry in various countries. Um, then I choose topic number 3 or C, that is drug development process in Indonesia. Development of the pharmaceutical industry in Indonesia. The pharmaceutical world in Indonesia began in 1819 under the name NV Chemicalian. In 1986, Indonesia launched its first modern pharmacy, namely a Kina factory with a workforce of pharmacists who was still dominated by people with Danish, Austrian, German, and Dutch nationalists. Next, move to colonial period. The foundation for the development of the pharmaceutical industry in Indonesia, which began with the education of pharmacist assistant during the reach of the Dutch East Indies. And then after independence, the period after independence around 1945 up to 1967, the pharmaceutical industry in Indonesia experienced rapid development. The number of the pharmacist assistant increased greatly, and the issuance of the foreign investment law. And then move to current time in 2014 experienced the evolution. The government launched National Health Insurance or GKN, or we call Jaminan Kesehatan Nasional. In the current time, especially during the pandemic, the pharmaceutical industry seems to have a big opportunity to increase by around 10% in 2021. Drug development process in Indonesia start with development of new drugs. The development of medicinal substance begins with synthesis or isolation from various sources, namely from plants, example cardiac glycosides to treat weak heart, animal tissue, example heparin to prevent blood clots, microbial culture, example penicillin G as the first antibiotic, human urine, example choreogonadropin, and with biotechnology techniques produce human insulin to treat diabetes. Subsequent spores process. After obtaining the drug candidate material, it is continue by carrying out a series of the tests which take a long period of time and cost a lot of money before it is inaugurated by the licensing body. Among others are preclinical trial and clinical trial. First, we'll talk about preclinical trials. Is testing requirement for drug candidates. From this test, information is obtained about the efficacy or pharmacological effect, pharmacokinetic profile, and toxicity of the drug candidate. Testing drug binding to receptor with isolated cells, culture, or isolated organs. Then it is deemed necessary to test on whole animals, example, mice, rats, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamster, and dogs. Through these animals, it can be seen whether the drug causes toxic effect at the treatment dose or is safe. Toxicity results in a potential way to evaluate first, toxicity associated will acute or chronic drug administration. Second, genetic damage, example, genotoxicity and mutagenicity. Third, tumor growth, example, oncogenicity or carcinogenicity. And the last one, the incidence of birth defect, example, teratogenicity. Okay, move to clinical trials. A clinical trial is test on human, and these trials have four phases. Phase one, determining the relationship between dose and effect and the pharmacokinetic profile of drug in humans. Phase two, the drug has potential effect with low side effect. Start developing and testing the stability of drug doses form. And phase three, compare the effect and safety against no comparator drugs. During clinical trials, many drug candidate compounds were declared unusable. In the end, only one of the approximately 10,000 compound synthesis passed because the risk of outweighed the benefit. The decision to recognize a new drug is made by the national regulatory body in Indonesia by the Food and Drug Administration. Sorry. To be assessed by the agency, the proposing industry must be submit preclinical and clinical test document data. Drug development is not limited to making products with new substance, but also can involve modifying existing drug dosage from or researching new indication in addition to exciting indication. Once a drug candidate can be proven to be at least as efficacious in existing drug and demonstrate safety for the user. The new drug is permitted to be produced by the industry as a legal drug and marketed under a certain trade name and can be prescribed by doctors. And the last pass is pass 4. After the drug is marketed, post-marketing surveillance studies are still carried out, which are observed in patients with various conditions to see the therapeutic value and long-term experience in using the drug. After the result of the past 4 study are evaluated, it is still possible for the drug to be withdrawn from the trade. It is harmful. And how is the development on medicine in Indonesia currently? Cooperate with other countries. Usually in Indonesia, we only conduct research in part of the lung drug development process. The research that is mostly carried out is clinical trial research, both at the national level and in collaboration with other countries. If drug produced in Western countries are useful for Western population, their benefit, side effect, and dosage from Indonesia still need to be studied. This research has been carried out frequently. Several pharmaceutical industries, such as Kalbe Pharma, carry out co-development with drug industry or research institution abroad. And then we'll talk about development of the vaccine industry. First benefit for the country is this joint development is included in research funding. If it is successful, market together, of course, those who take part in development will benefit. An interesting development is in the field of vaccine. Biopharma. Biopharma is a very prominent role in vaccine industry. Its development countries. Bio Farma has exports in product to dozens of countries so that 70% of its income comes from export and only 30% come from marketing vaccine domestically. Current government policy prioritize the use of vaccine funded by the government or government program, which must be produced domestically Bio Farma. Through this policy, Biopharma is encouraged to be able to produce various vaccines needed in Indonesia, most of which collaborate with industry or research institution abroad. It is known that Biopharma preparing the production of morbilli rubella, pneumococcal vaccines, and several other vaccines that will be used for future government programs. Meanwhile, bird flu vaccine research is a long-term study and it's currently only successful in the initial stage. The medicine that have been registered with the POM have been strictly selected so that their benefit can be trusted. Slowly, we hope that we will become more independent in pharmaceutical sector and in the future we'll be able to discover new drug. And thank you for attention. Thank you so much to Miss Aseptiana for your interest and attention. And sorry if there are wrong words or mispronounced. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And this is a search from my PowerPoint.